So grab your headphones, let the journey start with Suzy's Vegas tales. She's stealing the heart in the city of dreams. Let's laugh and play Suzy's Las Vegas podcast. Come join the sway.
Well, hello there. I'm here at the Stirling Club, which is the Beverly Hills of Las Vegas with Nick Kopp. And have we got a show for you today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really appreciate the invite to join you today.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I was a member here a couple of years ago, and then I moved up to the Ridges, and my husband and I just bought a place in Tower 3, so I figured I got to come back to Stirling. They told me the good news, and they said, holy you won't believe what's going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot
and
of
then
momentum.
I met you.
Yeah, there's a lot of momentum.
Take it from there,
yeah.
Nick.
Yeah, well, as I was sharing with you, you know, the rumors are true. There's a lot of energy that's going on. So, you know, the Stirling Club, for those that don't know, is a private luxury club right here in the heart of Las Vegas. Right. And a lot of locals don't even know it exists.
Yeah, true.
So it's right behind the Fontainebleau, in the heart of the Vegas Valley, you know, across from the Westgate, the Convention Center, and right in the heart of the Turnberry Towers.
Well, see,
Turnberry
Beverly
Place.
Hills of Las Vegas. I'm
100%.
sorry, but I had to say it.
And it's right on Paradise.
Yes.
You know?
So you're in paradise.
We're in paradise.
Yeah.
There's a Turnberry Place is the 4 towers, which was the original build out was back in the year 2000. And you know, here we are 26 years later on this roller coaster that started out as the golden era of the Stirling Club and closed for a few years and had some management, but I'm proud to announce that we're all in, and you know, part of this ownership group. I'm not only one of the partners, but also the general manager here at the club.
So tell me more. I know everybody is really excited about this.
Yeah, so you know, one of the things that Las Vegas has really started going through this evolution is sports and entertainment is one big thing.
Absolutely.
No secret, the convention center is the economic driver. But one of the things that's really taking wave, not just here locally, but nationally, are private clubs. What traditionally was more like these country clubs at golf, you know, golf centers and et cetera. But in New York, in Chicago, in Miami, around the whole world, subscription-based private luxury clubs have been popping up. You've seen some at the Wynn, you've seen Fontainebleau.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And with what the Stirling Club is it's 4 acres. It's 73,000 square feet. It's 4 stories. The primary use is on the 2nd and the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we looked at it, it's like, man, this is one of probably the biggest assets that someone can activate. In fact, they call it the Mar-a-Lago of the West.
There you go.
And you look at this building.
Donald Trump will be here, won't he?
That's right. It's a private guard-gated community.
Yeah.
You know, so it's triple guarded. You have the guard gate, you have the concierge, you got security and whatnot. So it's very private. And you also have these high-rise towers. But when we look at it, it says, okay, well, why should we make a move at this, right?
Sure.
Because one side of it is there's about 1,000 units that are within these 6 towers of the Turnberry.
Absolutely.
And over 26 years, things happen. You know, you have original owners that might have moved. You have some that have sold and, you know, investors have bought. So there's a blend of those that are renting it.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you know, to nobody's surprise, Vegas has a lot of snowbirds too.
Oh,
that might live in the northern states that are, I don't want to be freezing, and you know, they come down here and they're just more seasonal.
Absolutely.
So the sustainability of what it was originally intended for was just to be an extension of their living room that says, hey, here's some amenities and come and hang out.
Right.
Where you've seen the evolution of where kind of the rubber meets the road and just the opportunity here is the Las Vegas Convention Authority just actually positioned $850 million to expand the marketing efforts in the city.
Really?
Insane.
Oh my God, this is wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And you know, you look at the different hiccups of the pandemic, the tariffs, all the different things of that are affecting global economics. And in an effort to bring people back, not just for sports and entertainment, but for the main catalyst, which is the conventions. You know, they own Vegas.com, they own Harry Reid International, they own the Vegas Monorail, they got the convention center. So it's an all gas, no brakes approach, really just to reach people and say, hey, Vegas is open for business, and really trying to attract them here. Entered in the Stirling Club. With us being directly across from the Las Vegas Convention Center, we envision a place that is the convergence of capital, investors, entrepreneurs, businesses, corporations, those that are maybe trying to escape neighboring tax bills by wanting to move to Turnberry and saying, I don't want to pay high state income tax, let me reside here. It has that lifestyle. But you look at that and you just figure all of these things are happening. You have the sports, the entertainment, the business. One of the big things right now,
right?
Health, wellness, and longevity. You know, optimization of the actual human. And that's really kind of where we envision just this club being revitalized and really just bringing people together.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's really working.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, and I think one side of it is, you know, the activation of something that is really people are craving, and that's human connection.
Well, sure, they want to be back.
They want to be back, and ever since the pandemic, you've kind of had less and less people that are connecting on that front. You have other people in general that are like just leveraging technology and AI and infrastructure and et cetera, that are kind of, you know, separating each other. So the intentionality with some of the environments here, just like the room that we're in,
right,
is having that beautiful undertone.
This is the blue room, right?
This is the blue room.
Wow.
And I'm going to paint the vision in a second of how this is going to evolve.
Good.
But in this space, you know, you look at how can we be intentional about bringing people together, right? How can we go and connect people? Well, that's through programming, that's through immersive environments, that's through different areas of the club, and really connecting people in different areas. And I think that's what a lot of people are excited about.
Of course, yeah.
You know? So we look at what is the main driver right now. Well, people come down here and they want to have this club that they can eat at. They want the fitness facilities. You know, we have the salon.
Yes.
We have, you know, a med spa. And some of these have just kind of been really stagnant over the years.
True.
How can we bring it back in a big way? It's through strategic partnerships and it's through vision. So I'll kind of paint the vision if you don't mind.
I would love it. Honest to God.
Okay.
Isn't this fabulous? You're getting the inside scoop and Nick is spilling the tea.
I'm going to spill it to you right now.
Good.
So when you look at being 26 years old, you have various different demographics.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for them to coexist in one single room, which is essentially what's happening right now.
True.
You have the restaurant, and you might have those of affluence and luxury. You might have those that are cheering on the Golden Knights for the playoffs or the World Cup right now.
Correct.
You got, you know, people that might like some jazz music. You might have some that want to have that hip Vegas thing.
Yeah.
So here's the vision of what we're going to do in these various different rooms.
Great.
This room that we're in is the blue room.
This is gorgeous.
What this is going to evolve into is going to be breakfast and brunch. We have a really nice patio on the side. And then in the evening, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll have a rotating circuit of residency of celebrity-like chefs.
Oh my
where you could come here. And what we were talking about before, imagine having a taste of Italy where you have one of the most world-renowned Michelin star chefs. You have a sommelier to do a perfect pairing. You have Italian music playing in the back. And then we talk about this is what the experience would be to go through the hills of Italy, to have this wine and to taste these homemade, you know, pasta and etc. You also have these different circuits where maybe it's a table side experience where they're walking you through various different courses and how does that immerse, right? So the goal of this on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is to go and open this up to more of a fine dining experience here at the club. Sunday through Wednesday, it'll be available for rental for business members. So if they wanted to do their board meetings, they wanted to do,
this is a
you know,
gorgeous
a presentation
room to do
desk.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's essentially this room. That main room right now, what people know to be the Stirling Club main bar.
Yes.
This will gravitate towards breakfast, lunch, brunch, daily, as well as fine dining in the evenings, and then the extension. So what happens to the main restaurant?
Yes.
We're going to convert it to a Mediterranean.
Wow.
We're going to lighten it up, put fresh eats, focus on the health, wellness, and longevity, and really just make it a nice vibe that's inside of there.
Oh, wow. I love your ideas.
Yeah.
These are great. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
You're going to definitely have to let us know because this is fabulous.
So,
Keep spilling the tea,
So we
Nick.
elevate the culinary,
Yeah.
right? The
Yeah.
food, the beverage, the drinks, the pairings, the wine, the champagne, the champagne brunches, right? Like, medium Vegas where it is, food has always been a driver.
Sure.
You know, when we look at what we call the spirits room now, you might have seen over the years jazz concerts and speaking engagements.
Right.
We're actually going to make that more of a sports and entertainment lounge.
Oh, really?
So we have a whole LED wall that's going to go along the side. If somebody comes down in the morning, wants to watch the horse racing,
oh,
want to watch
my
sports
husband
throughout.
will love you.
Yeah.
Steve's into horse racing.
Yeah, exactly. Bruno, Steve on down.
Yeah.
And then throughout the day, I mean, we have the World Cup right now, right? We have all these different,
Sure.
we're heading into the peak of sports season as football comes
yeah.
back and playoff baseball and et cetera.
Yeah.
So it's a place where it's okay to be a little loud. It's
Yeah.
okay to cheer on your team. And in the evenings, the LED screen could now be the backdrop for some of our entertainment.
Oh, wow.
You know, live music, maybe it's, you know, DJs, maybe it doesn't matter. We can evolve it to whatever.
Sure.
So we now have this room, which is the blue room, which is more of the fine dining than the breakfast. We have the main bar, which is more of the Mediterranean. We have the spirits, which is going to be more of the sports and entertainment. You know, we're going to do a bit of a facelift to the cigar lounge.
Are you?
Yeah. And here's the undertone of all of it.
I'd like to hear that.
The second floor
Yeah.
is going to be heavily focused on health, wellness, and longevity.
Wonderful.
We're bringing a top of the line med spa in. You're going to have epigenetic testing. You'll look at your genealogy versus like the current status of your health. You'll be able to do red light therapy, hyperbolic chambers. If you need supplementation.
Hyperbaric chambers.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, sign me up. Honest to God, I've done that before. It's fabulous. Makes you so young again.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
I'm really excited about this. Can't you tell? Keep spilling the tea. I'm loving this.
so the optimization of the people here isn't through just human connectivity, but it's also on self.
Yes.
Your health and your wellness, not just for your connection, but also like your mental, your spiritual, your financial. Like there's all ways that you can kind of elevate yourself.
Sure.
But through the intentionality of this space, now you can go and elevate. Now, when you look at the salon, of course we have manicures, pedicures, and blowouts, and makeup, and hair, and everything.
Yeah.
But just really making it a world-class place that somebody would actually enjoy coming to get their hair and their nails done.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Now, when we look at the fitness, we have the indoor-outdoor pool.
Yes.
You know, doing programming for all different age demographics.
Right.
When we look at private instruction, Pilates, yoga, dance, cycling, you know, you name it. The programming that we'll have will rival that of like a Lifetime or an Equinox.
Oh, that's
you know, just
wonderful.
a rolling calendar.
Yes.
And then, you know, ultimately,
We so need this. You know that, Nick? We really need it.
We do.
Vegas is going to be so excited.
Well, and you think about like,
And worldwide, because look
I
at the
think if
people
like
that come here.
yeah, and if you look at like a day in the life, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're in the Ridges, you now got Tower 3.
Yeah.
But imagine coming down, you get a workout,
Yes.
then you grab a quick cup of coffee,
Yeah.
you go up, and then the cool thing is to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
We have a coffee shop that we're activating next week, and it's going to be called Red Leaf. They're based out of the Pacific Northwest.
Really?
And
Wonderful.
right around that is going to be a co-working, shared working environment, kind of like a kiln meets
Yeah.
WeWork. There's going to be shared working desks. There's going to be phone booths. So those that are the businesses, entrepreneurs that want
Oh,
to
they're
come down
gonna
and
love
crack
this.
open the,
Oh my
the
God.
computer, you can work here, you can lift here, you can eat here, you can connect here.
You
so
got
it's
it
just,
all.
So it's so it's just really making this lifestyle type of community and activating it in a real big way.
Wow. That is just, honest to God, that's a mouthful. How long did it take you to come up with all these things? You have partners too, right?
I have a few different partners. You know,
Yeah.
if you look at the four of us collectively, we have decades
lot
of
of
experience.
Okay.
You know, my partner Tony comes from like the capital mergers, acquisitions, financial modeling. He's just come from the space of finance, so you know he's leading that charge.
That's
when you talk about business operations, Josh Mose is the president.
Yes.
He's built and exited companies, so he's very immersed in like, okay, what's the foundational? How are we going to manage our vendors? How are we going to go and elevate the infrastructure? What are we doing to really just control costs? How do we make the culture right?
Correct.
Brandon Lee, he's our chief marketing officer.
Yes.
You know, talking about the overall brand, the revitalization, how to integrate AI, how to go and leverage various different CRMs and, you know, evolve with the times of the way that people are marketing, right?
Absolutely.
And really meeting where it's at. And then I myself, I mean,
Your background is amazing.
yeah, I've been here for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know,
So tell our audience about who you are.
and
Who is the real Nick?
who's Nick Kopp.
Yeah.
So I came to Las Vegas 21 years ago
Okay.
for university, business, UNLV.
Yeah.
Within the first couple of years, I started bussing tables at a celebrity chef restaurant lounge called Cat House inside the Luxor. I was with Chef Carrie Simon, who just won like one of those rock and roll chef things.
Yeah.
And, you know, at that time, it was the infancy stage of real Vegas nightlife.
Sure.
You know, I went from busser to VIP host, but then really quickly accelerated into one of the VIP managers over at the Bank nightclub in the Bellagio.
Wow.
I opened up Marquee at the Cosmopolitan. I opened up Nikki Beach, which was with the Penrods from Miami when we did a whole takeover of the Tropicana.
Wow.
And then I joined Angel Management Group, and that kind of made a really big name for myself.
Sure.
I managed Pure Nightclub, Venus Day Club. We launched Hakkasan, Wet Republic. So I've had my hand on the pulse in a lot of nightlife, hospitality, day life, restaurants from some of the very best.
Yeah.
When you look at the Neil Moffats, the Andy Masseys, the Andrew Sassons, the people that were the architects of nightlife, I've worked directly for all of them. And, you know, it really gave me this very immersive experience that understands Vegas on the deepest core, and it's not manufactured.
I believe you.
And looking at what luxury actually means, looking at what hospitality actually means.
Right.
And, you know, it grew exponentially, and I think it kind of lost that. But being able to be in the Bellagio, being in the Skylofts of Aria, being in the mansions at MGM, being in the tower suites of the Encore, being around prestige, I've got to work with some of the biggest world leaders, from princes and sheiks to royalty to moguls to celebrities and athletes. I've got to be in a room or break bread or be their actual VIP host. So getting all that experience in the early stages was great for the hospitality. Around 2014, though, I pivoted. And my biggest nightlife client, he was a real estate developer throughout the Midwest, originally from Jackson, Mississippi, lived in Houston, had about 10,000 doors up and down the Midwest. He's like, I want to take your brain in the hospitality and I want to insert into luxury communities. Funny enough, it was basically these Turnberry and the Stirling, but consolidated down. We built a 417 unit luxury community in Naperville, Illinois.
Really?
It had its own private chef. It had its own pool, clubhouse, movie theater, golf simulators, putting green, fitness, yoga studio, cigar bar, wine lounge, everything that's inside of this club, and activating residents. And what it made me understand, or allowed me to understand, is the power of community. You know, those that were maybe going through life transitions of divorce or death or birth or, you know, just job change, and the intentionality of connecting people, especially in Midwest, was very important. We were able to stabilize that property, get it to 95% occupancy like that.
Wow.
And a lot of these financial institutions came in and like, how did you do that? Well, the secret sauce was obviously Vegas hospitality and really understanding that.
Absolutely.
We then went to Quad Cities, Iowa, built 128 spec homes in LeClaire Bettendorf, top school district.
Oh my God.
And then we went down to Jackson, Mississippi on Capitol Street. We bought out a historic hotel and courthouse, did a full renovation into studio and one-bedroom apartments right across from the governor's mansion.
That's spectacular.
Yeah, and it really allowed us to understand in another market how to bring together government and university and different cultures and programming. And that ultimately led back home to Vegas. 2020. In 2020, you know, with the pandemic hitting, properties are stabilized. You know, I got knees deep into a couple of different things, but one of them being with a nonprofit, which I was sharing with.
Yes.
We launched a organization called Hope for the City and had some massive growth on that.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we've launched 27 food pantries around town. Fed about 30 million people.
Oh, that's wonderful.
As of recently, it did 30 million meals.
That's nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of meals.
But here's where this comes full circle. It allowed me to understand community and need from nonprofits and the connectedness to the business community. Now you fast forward to the Stirling Club. And when I say the convergence of capital and investors and businesses and entrepreneurs and residents, the other side of that convergence is shedding light into the biggest initiatives in the world, which are actually solving real world problems of homelessness, hunger, battered women and children, pets. And what do they need? They need exposure.
They
and
do.
if we can say, hey, here's the launch of the Stirling Cares program, We want to lock arms with you. What problems are you solving? At least now we can educate people, or at least shed light to them.
Oh
and
my
now we
God,
can say,
that's wonderful.
Here's a tax write-off, but this can align with what you actually have a heart for.
Yeah.
And we can fundamentally change the world.
Yes.
You know?
Without a doubt.
So I love
your way of thinking. Honest to God. Yeah, I mean, you've done it, so you understand. You walk the walk. You really talk the talk. You really do it.
Well, and one of it too, and have you been to the center room in this club? It's like a dining room. It's called the wine room.
The long one?
It's a smaller one right into the heart of the club. So it fits about 12 people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like this.
Okay, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful room.
That's one of the biggest reasons I wanted this club, out of the whole club. So one of the things.
It's called what, the center room?
It's called the wine room right now.
Wine room.
But I'm going to tell you what the new name is going to be.
Okay, good. See, spilling more tea.
This is the big T right here.
Yeah.
So in 2020, not only did I jump into this nonprofit stuff, and I have my real estate stuff.
Yeah.
But I had this moment that I decided to pursue ministry a bit. And I got to do the whole Southeastern University and study theology, the whole Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, leadership, and all this stuff, and got to graduate.
Are you a minister?
A minister at one of the bigger churches out here. And one of the opportunities, you're in travel.
Okay.
I got to go to Israel.
Oh,
right?
That's been my dream.
And, you know, as you can imagine, you have one side is the Sea of Galilee and Capernaum and all that fun stuff. Great. But obviously, when you go out there, if you're a Christian, you got to go to Jerusalem and you get to go do the whole footsteps of Jesus, right?
Yeah.
So you go from the Garden of Gethsemane, where, you know, the betrayal is, and then you go to Golgotha, where the crucifixion, and then they got a couple places like the Garden Tomb or Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is where you have the tomb, right?
Yeah.
Where the rise.
Oh my God.
And then he comes back for 40 days and shows up to about 800 people.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you've probably seen in a lot of your travel stuff is the photo of Jerusalem. You'll see the Dome of the Rock.
Yeah.
That photo is actually taken on the Mount of Olives. Well, a lot of people always,
I did not know
if they're
that.
not too savvy on the church side, they know about the crucifixion, but the ascension is the other side of it.
Yeah.
Well, I have this thing, if you look in the book of Acts in 1:8, it says that, you know, when you look at this whole thing, it's like he's speaking before he ascends to heaven, and he says, you know, the Holy Spirit's going to come upon you, and then you are going to be a witness to my goodness, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to go from Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria to the ends of the earth and say this.
Correct.
They come down, they go through this place called Kidron Valley, and on the other side is the original room of the Last Supper, right? And this is where the disciples go in. And what's crazy is this is where you hear of like Pentecost and the Holy Spirit, and they go and change the world. If you look in that room, and you look at the actual room of the the Last Supper, it is nearly identical in architectural design.
Oh my God.
So when we look at this, when you talk about the ends of the earth, you can say it's location, or you could say it's sin, or you could say it's both. We're in Sin City. So for me, I had this deep conviction that for me, I need to go share about all the goodness that's happened in my life.
Yeah.
The first decade of living reckless and managing these nightclubs,
right,
to starting this nonprofit, to getting into ministry, and now being able to potentially fundamentally change the world by locking arms with these nonprofits.
Oh, wow.
For me, it's going here and staring that in the face and saying, for this, I'm rebranding this room into the upper room, and it's no longer the wine room. So what is the upper room, which was the Last Supper?
Yes.
Pentecost, their original meeting place.
Yes.
Looks nearly identical. Will now be
I never thought about it.
inside
But
that room.
My God, that's beautiful.
So for me, it's a bit more than just a club.
Yeah.
It's a bit more than just how do I create members and experiences.
It's bringing you all the way.
It's a 20-year journey of going through nightlife, hospitality, real estate, ministry, back into real estate, hospitality, and taking all that I've learned and all of these tools and resources and meeting it at the moment and saying, this is what we're going to do. And it's fulfilling what I did.
Oh, my word. Yes. Honest to God, this is fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this. So, I'm so excited for you.
So that's
your dreams are all coming true, aren't
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And to me, I get to meet amazing people from around the world.
Sure.
I get to break bread with them.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I got to go and drop faith on everybody. I'm just sharing that with you and your audience.
Yeah.
That's who I am, right?
Wow.
And then for me, I'm a dad. I have 5 daughters.
You do?
19, 13, 7, 6, and 4. You know,
And they're all here in Las Vegas.
They're in Vegas.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is just like, for me, more of, I wouldn't even say more of a legacy, but it's like, I want to meet the moment. I am going to meet the moment, and whatever I can do to elevate this club,
sure,
the quality of membership, to make it unparalleled to anywhere else in the world, I think that's going to organically happen, just given the sheer location,
well, sure,
and the amenities. But I think if we start taking deeper dives into like true impact,
right,
human connection is becoming a scarcity.
Oh, absolutely. I think that you're right. Everybody, that's what they crave.
That's what they're
and
craving.
That's, people are so happy here that they can connect.
Yeah, and you can enjoy people's company. It
That's
doesn't
why
have to
I'm
be
back down here.
And it doesn't have to be divisive. The world is so divisive, you know, through whatever things, you know, and it is what it is. It's like, you know what? Maybe it's a time where we come together.
Sure.
We break some bread. We have some community. We love on each other. We have a little bit more happiness and peace and joy.
That's what we all
the fun
need,
stuff.
isn't it? I totally agree.
And I think that's kind of that is the goal.
Yeah.
You know, create these environments here that people genuinely feel happy and joyful when they're here.
Yes.
And, you know, you can still have prestige, you can still have access, and you can still have these different elevations that are baked within.
Yeah.
But I think when I look at the Stirling Club in 10 years from now, the house of influence is going to be it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the convergence of all these influencers, but also those are influential in the world. So,
and you're so close to the airport. You have everything.
Airport,
you're right in the center of everything.
That's right. So
that's why I moved back down too.
That's right. And
can I be a part of it?
Absolutely. You know, and I think like just ultimately, I think how people can get involved.
Oh yeah,
being part of it.
Yeah, I definitely want to be involved. Yeah.
It's a membership-based club.
Yeah.
It's an event club.
That's why I rejoined.
Yep.
So tell us a little about your membership before we close for today.
Absolutely. So there's social and there's business membership. So social would just be, I want access to food, beverage, to social programming, music, live entertainment, and fitness. You know, tennis and rackets and pickleball and all the fitness stuff. And then on the other side, we're mostly looking at the business side, and that's going to be access to all these different networking mixers, speaking engagements, and these business things. You know, they can go to the stirlingclub.com, and we're going to have all of that listed, from how they can not only just be a member, but if they're even just looking to host a special event, anniversary, wedding, business luncheon, dinner.
And come on down.
Come on down. We'd love to partner up with them. And if anybody wants to get involved, let's have that conversation too. You know, this is for the people, by the people, and it's, I think the one thing that we're going to do is we're going to change the world together.
Yes, we are. Well, you've heard it here first. Now make sure you leave lots of comments. Nick Kopp, and Nick, I want to have you back on my show again. Next time I'm going to bring you up to the studio, and we'll add some more stuff to it as this thing goes and progresses. Is that all right with you?
Perfect.
Okay. I am so glad to be here with you today. So do this. Get on there, look at the Stirling Club, and say, yes, I want to be a part of it. So that's our show for today. Thank you so much. And Nick, thank you for being on. Pleasure.
So grab your headphones, let the journey start with Suzy's Vegas tales. She's stealing the heart in the city of dreams. Let's laugh and play Suzy's Las Vegas podcast. Come join the sway.